Alright, so today we're going to be learning about user input in Python. So I'm on Replit right now, and then we're just going to start a new Replit program. So yeah, we'll just call it user input. Okay, so once this loads, I'm going to make a comment and say, today we are working with user input. So this is useful because sometimes you want to get information from the person who is using your code, who is, and so it's usually in the form of like asking a question, and then you prompt the user to input some sort of information, and then that answers the question that you asked. So to start off with an easy example, you can set a variable called name, and it's the input function in Python is just simply input and parentheses, and then inside these parentheses, that is where we type out our question. So we're going to use quotation marks because the question will be a string, and then we'll just say, or in this case, it's a prompt. So we're going to say enter name, add colon and a space for just having a better format. It's more readable. So this is our first line. It's just the prompt. It's asking the user to put in their name. And so what we can do next is we can say print what the name was that the user entered. So we can say the name is colon, and then I'm just gonna concatenate the two strings and simply name. So what this does is it prints first the string the name is, and then it prints name, which is actually what the user inputs because we use the input function here. So let's run it. It's asking me to enter my name now, and so I type directly in this console. So I'm going to say my name is Richard, and then I hit enter to submit my answer to the prompt, and then boom, it's going to print the name is Richard. Okay, so let's try another example. We can say, let's ask a question now. So we can say apples equals, how about let's say number of apples, and then we'll use the input function. We'll ask the user, how many apples do you have, question mark, and then that's it. And now we're going to print what the user puts in. So we're going to say the user has, and then this many apples. Well, we got that in our variable that we created above this one, number of apples. So we'll just add that. That simply returns a number, so we can just say apples in the end right here. And what this does, it asks me a question, how many apples do you have? I answer it, and then it prints the user has the number I gave it, apples. So let's run it. It's going to run this code first, so I'll just say Richard again, prints Richard. Now it asks me how many apples do I have, so I'll say I have 88. I have a lot of apples. Hit enter to submit. Bam, the user has 88 apples. And so yeah, that's a basic introduction into Python user input. It's fairly straightforward. So yeah, thanks for listening.